So it's been about 5 months since I moved to Japan, and there's one thing to this day that I still do not understand. Why is English everywhere? Like, it doesn't matter if you're in like one of the big cities or in a small town, you'll just see English no matter what. You'll see it on signs, you'll see it on buses, you'll see it just everywhere. Even when you get a drink, no matter what it is, it will be in English. Or at least the name of whatever the drink is. Is that not weird? So common that you'd think that this is just an English-speaking country. Which it's not. Let me just show you some examples. So I've come out to an Aeon Mall, which is basically one of Japan's biggest mall chains. So we're gonna go in there and have a look, see what English stuff we can see. So this is the inside of the mall, and honestly, sometimes I kind of forget that this is Japan. Like, look at the names of these stores. Most of them are actually in English. And then when they are in Japanese, like this one over here, there's a little bit of English next to it. So yeah, it's really not hard to find English in these malls. So just for fun, I decided to go around and count how many stores were titled in English and how many were titled in Japanese. And to my surprise, I mean, I knew it was going to be high for English, but out of the 118 stores that I counted, 99 of them were in English and only 19 were in Japanese. Like, I couldn't imagine that in my own home country. I also thought some of the store names were kind of funny, like this one here, Saks Bar. I mean, I personally don't think the word sack should be in the title of your store, but hey, you do you. We also have Alphabet's Alphabet, whatever that's supposed to mean. Not only is English everywhere, it's not always spelt right. Welcome to NAFCO. For those who don't know, NAFCO is one of Japan's biggest hardware stores, and unfortunately, they don't do sausage sizzles. I know, it's terrible. As you can see when we come in, they sell flour. Yes, just the one flour. That's definitely what they mean, right? I do like this, gardening. Which one suits you best? Which what? Like, my favorite department has to be the electric tools. Whatever that means. I'm kind of scared. This is not a small company. Like, did they not even think to get a translator? Because, I mean, this is bad. It's like they don't even care that it's spelt wrong, because they know that most people looking at it won't even be able to read it, so why does it matter? As a foreigner living in Japan, it's definitely made life so much easier. Like, I go into a supermarket and I don't even need to think about like what I'm looking at, because it's all just in English. Though as someone trying to learn Japanese, it really doesn't help. Really thought moving here would really push me to speak Japanese more, but I mean, it really hasn't. So I guess if you're planning on just coming to Japan just to visit, it's great, but like as someone as myself who just wants to try to learn the language, yeah, it really doesn't help. But I guess that's just a me issue. Something else I've noticed is on the clothing over here, English seems to be pretty popular, and some of the time, it's just kind of random words that don't really make much sense. Make future so round. Best smile again. It kind of reminds me of a popular trend at the moment where Western clothing companies will just slap Japanese on just because they think it looks cool. I won't lie, I'm guilty of buying clothes like this. Wait, let me go get something. So this is a design from Hallenstein Brothers, which I bought back in New Zealand, and yeah, you can see we got some Japanese on the back here. So the back actually says Spring Festival. Now, when I bought this shirt, I didn't even know that. I just got it because I really liked the design. I thought it looked cool. But when I came to Japan, I told myself I would never wear that in public just in case it looked dumb, like those other shirts I just showed you before. Look, I don't want to be that dumb foreigner. So, though I unfortunately accidentally wore it in public. I think it was just a really hot day and I was wearing like a sweatshirt, so I took off the sweatshirt, and within 5 minutes of me just wearing that shirt, yeah, a guy came up to me and said, "Hey, you like the Spring Festival?" I was just kind of embarrassed because like I don't even really know what the Spring Festival is, so it just made me look dumb. So my main question is, why is English everywhere here in Japan? Let's do some research. So I found a good article here by Anyal, no idea if I said that right. They have a really good article here, which I'll basically just summarize for you guys, but I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. So Western culture has kind of become like a symbol over here for power and modernity, and Japan has kind of used this to like try to compete with Western companies. I thought this part was quite interesting. So apparently only 10% of the population over here in Japan have actually left the country, which is crazy considering how good their passport is. So this makes products with English tags on it look more exotic, which I think is kind of funny, but it apparently works. For instance, English words may give the impression of quality and reliability. And then they also added that French words can evoke feelings for elegance, sophistication, and charm. I mean, if it works, it works. So because English is somehow exotic over here, it makes products look more modern and stylish. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's a little bit sad that like almost every company has to do this now if they want to compete. There's really not a lot of Japanese products over here that are just fully in Japanese, but I guess they just kind of have to do it like this nowadays if they want to compete at all. Apparently the Latin alphabet can make text on products look a lot less cluttered and better fit aesthetically on packaging compared to Japanese text. I mean, I think Japanese looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing, but that's just me, I guess. So I was just looking at this wrapper that I have for a chocolate cookie, and I guess I can kind of understand that. The Latin alphabet seems to be a lot more consistent in size, whereas like if we just have a look at the little Japanese down here, they're all kind of different sizes, and I guess it makes it a bit harder to lay out. But yeah, what do you guys think about it all? Do you think Japan should just put Japanese on everything, or do you think they should stick with this method of just putting English everywhere? Let me know what you think. Alright, see ya.